What's up guys, Maniak Industries. We're gonna do a build for you today. We're gonna build some fragging coils. Should be a good time. We start out with 26 gauge N80. And the first part of this build, we're gonna do a simple fuse clapped in. We're gonna have to make this really small. So we're gonna use 40 gauge on the outside. And that's gonna allow our wire to bend a lot tighter later on. So I'm just gonna loop my 26 gauge through my swivel, run it right back to the drill. And we're gonna fuse this with 40 gauge N80. So one of the most common mistakes making fragging coils is the inside diameter. I wrap around an Allen wrench. It's literally like 0.4 millimeters. Hard to show how small it is actually. My wire is easily twice as thick. So a small inside diameter really helps this thing fire really well. The tighter and cleaner the wraps, the better your coil is going to perform. All right, we got our coils in. We're gonna 45 these today, make it a nice vape. Instead of firing vertical, which still looks really impressive, just not as nice to vape on. These are so small, I'm gonna actually leave the Allen wrench inside the coil itself and use the Allen wrench to angle the coil the way I want the coil to sit. Now this is pretty much the angle we want. It's going to fire into the cap instead of right down our throat. These coils are super tiny. Remember to hot spot your coils before you get into wicking. Make sure these are firing evenly. One of the awesome things about these coils, there's zero ramp up. We're using N80, so ramp up time is pretty non-existent to begin with. But these coils are very small, they heat up really fast. So wicking, really critical with these. The atomizer choice for today was the Tugboat V2, 3-post. We're gonna have to run cotton between the posts. So that's something to take into consideration when you're deciding what kind of build you want to do. 3-post atomizers work really well for this build. You need a little space between the posts themselves, so something like a Dark Horse or a Doge, it doesn't really have space, is a lot harder to do these on. We want as much cotton as we can get around this coil to keep it wicked. So I'm going to start out by going between positive and negative posts and underneath my coil. I'm going to be as careful as I can not to pull my coils out of shape. I want to completely encapsulate this coil in cotton. So I've gone underneath it. Now I'm going to go wrap around my coil and back through the positive and negative. We're using a little bit of e-liquid, Felony Pure Luck like normal for me. It's going to kind of help keep all my cotton right where I want it. It's also going to let me wrap it nice and tight. So now I've gone under my coil, back over my coil. I got this little tail left. I'm gonna actually wrap it around my negative and back underneath the coil. Again, the more cotton we can get around the coil, the better off this is gonna be, the better it's gonna vape. So I'm literally just gonna tuck this underneath. Now this backside I just cut flush with the deck. I'm going to tuck this underneath as well. So here we go, we got one side wicked. We're going to turn around and do the other side now, same way. All right, that's both sides wicked. I'm going to soak this down really good. The first time you soak this down, let it sit, give it a chance to really soak the cotton through good. You don't want to burn your cotton the first time you fire this. And that's what we're looking for right there. So Fragment Coils, V2 tugboat, good flavor, nice and dense. Thanks guys.